Hello, all my crafty friends. Amber here again with another process video. This time, I think I'm just going to walk through because it should be fairly quick because I've already cut everything. But I talked about in my last video how my scrapbook group, I gave them a challenge of a few sketches to do during December when we were on break from having class. And so I'm just trying to work through those sketches myself. Today, I'm going to be working on this one-page sketch. It's by Jen Hedger, sure. And I just got it off Pinterest. That's where I get most of my sketches. Pinterest is a great place to grab sketches. I just screenshot it and then print it out on a page of multiple sketches. So this is the sketch that we are going to work on today. And one of my classes, we talked about looking at sketch from different angles. And what I love about a square sketch is that you can rotate it and it can be done so many different ways. So you could look at it this way, you could look at it upside down, right side up, so many options. So when you're looking for a sketch, say you have photos, so I have 3 photos, and my pictures are horizontal instead of vertical like the sketch here. So I don't necessarily look at it as, oh, all my pictures need to go this way, because you can easily rotate the sketch like what I'm going to do and do your sketch this way so that the sketch works for your photos. Because I always say make a sketch work for your photos, don't make your photos work for the sketch. And this is just one more example on how to do that. So today we are going to be doing this sketch, but we're going to rotate it onto its side. And we're going to do it this way. So here are my 3 photos. These are photos. My boss, this is his birthday last year. A couple of coworkers and myself decided to fill his office up with balloons to surprise him on his birthday, the morning of his birthday. Now, funny backstory of this. So we did it the night before so he would come into work and all of the balloons would be there. Well, they kept popping through the night and setting off the alarm. And so our bosses kept getting codes that the alarm was going off in the middle of the night, and all it was the balloons popping, but it triggered like the glass breaking alarm. So they thought glass was breaking. So we've learned our lesson. We won't be doing that again, but it was super funny in his reaction. And just a few weeks ago, like his birthday is the beginning of December. So it's been a year now since his last birthday. And just before his birthday again, he found a balloon. And he's like, are you kidding me? I'm still finding balloons a year later. It was hilarious. So those are my photos. The collection I am using today is Birthday Wishes by Alicia Gordon. This is Echo Park. And I have no idea what year this is. Oh, 2015. So it's been in my stash for a while. My new class is Buster Stash. And so that's what I'm doing, pulling this out of my stash. There's still quite a bit in here, and I've used it several times. So I love kits like that because you can just use them over and over in different parts of your album. This page is actually going to go in my work album, so it's not even going to be anywhere near like my kids' birthday stuff, which is probably what I've used it for in the past. My son or my husband or my daughter. Just going to pull out some stickers here just so I have those. Now, like I said, I went ahead and I cut all of my pieces. I made sure to flip my sketch as I was cutting pieces because I wanted to make sure my papers were going the correct way. Because if I was looking at it this way and I cut it and then I decide to flip it, I might not have cut this paper correctly because it has words on it and it has a top and a bottom. You want to make sure that you are looking at your sketch the way you're going to play with it, just to make sure all your papers are going the correct way. Now, before I glue anything down, I am going to do some fun squiggly lines. I think we might do red today. I like that I have different colors to choose from. And yeah, so I like to do squiggly lines. And the reason, I feel like it just finishes off my page. I used to be way into inking all of my papers. I would ink everything and distress it. And then I kind of got away from it. And I really liked the way it kind of framed everything. And it gave it definition between like your papers and things like that. So I just felt like my pages needed something to frame it again and kind of finish it off. And I feel like the little squiggly lines really does a good job at that. Okay, so we're just going to start gluing these papers down. Now, I just guess. You can see that there are no dimensions given here. The way I look at it and the way I gauge on sizes is by the photos, especially when your photo says what size it is. So this is a 3x4, so I know this is 4 inches this way, which means this paper is about a 1/2 inch bigger on each side. And so I cut that piece 5 inches wide. Same thing, yeah, it's 9 inches of photos, kind of gauge it that way. So looking at the photos is a very great way of determining sizes. And that's how my brain works and how I decipher on what size things are. And now it doesn't have to be perfect. It could be a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger because your pictures are a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. Totally up to you on how to do that. Because we make the sketch work for our photos. We don't make our photos work for the sketch. We're just going to put these down. This is a simple sketch. I love doing one-page sketches. Now you can always do this and then add a second page. And you could even do the exact same layout, but have this one going this way and the other page going sideways. Or you could do it where you make 2 of these and this page is this way, this page is this way, and then these pieces kind of join in the middle, connecting the 2. Does that make sense? So you'd be like here, and you'd have a 2-page layout. Lots of fun things to do with a 1-page sketch. I'll have to do that on one of these sketches coming in the future to show you what exactly I mean. Sorry, my work phone is going off. Keep getting text messages. It's the sound you can hear. Okay, we're just going to glue these down real quick. And I want this one to be on top. And this one to be on bottom. Hope you had a very Merry Christmas. It is Thursday after Christmas when I am doing this video. Okay, let's see. Let's do some... Ooh, I want this banner. Now I'm just going to use my stickers and embellish. Now, you'll see here, there's a cluster here, a cluster here, a title here. I shouldn't say never. I usually, from this point on, will just do my own thing because I know with doing a page, you should always have your visual triangle. And so I try to visually do that myself. But if you have trouble with that, looking at the sketch and where they have embellishments and things is a very good thing to do because it will help you create that visual triangle and give you ideas of where to put your clusters or your embellishments. But for me, I do pretty good at just doing my own thing. But it took me a while to get there. So no worries if that's what you need to do. So I'm still going to put my title kind of in the same place as theirs. Just kind of see where I wanted to put it. I think I want to do it like right there. But let's see if there is something I want to put underneath it or by it. Just gauge, no. I just want to build a cluster right here with my title. That works. Do a present, and then we need something right here to pop up. I also love making sure that something in my cluster pops up because it just kind of adds to it. So that's what we're going to do with this little circle here. Now, if we look here, they have a little cluster by the title, which is what I have, and then something up here. And so I'm going to do another cluster right up here. Now, with building clusters, I like to find something that can kind of be the base of my cluster. So something like this that has space that you can layer on top of is a really good thing. So we're going to see if we can use this. Here's another present. That'd be a good thing to add. And maybe one more thing that's long and skinny, which will probably be like a title type thing. Or look, there's even just birthday hats. Let's use that. So I am going to lay this here. We're just going to kind of layer it all. And again, because I have something popped up over here, I'm going to pop something up into this cluster as well. Okay, something I want to use, there's these little party things. I don't know what they're called. Little pinwheels, I guess. That I'm going to use around. I'll probably go grab some whatever they're called. Enamel dots, that's the word. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. We need some enamel dots. Okay, so I wanted to add some enamel dots, so I went and grabbed some real quick. Blue sounds good to me, and I'm just going to put one of each size kind of around my cluster, just like the little party streamer things that we did. Just add a little something something. I also quickly wrote up some journaling. It just says, what a fun surprise for John on his birthday. Let's see where we want to put those. We're down there. Okay, so one last thing I do want to do on this page before I finish up, just because it's something simple that you can add to a page and make it look like you spent a lot more time on it, is stenciling. Now, I talked about having at least one stencil in your stash. 6x6 stencils are perfect for this. This is Echo Park's coffee shop or something like that stencil, and it's one of my favorites, and I usually always have it with me, whether I'm at home scrapbooking or at a crop. And so I'm just going to add some stenciling right here. But in my last video, I did use a blending brush and I used ink. This time, we're going to switch it up a little, and we're going to use texture paste. Texture paste is super fun. You can also color texture paste. So if you don't want it to be white, you don't have to have it white. But I love the look of white on white. And so that is what I'm going to do here. Mine's a little dried out. I probably should add a little bit of water. Now, I love doing texture paste after my page is done because I can get white on white, but I can also overlap it a little bit on my papers and things. And I love that look. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm okay if it gets on my picture a little bit. It's not a picture of somebody's face. So we're just going to spread this out until I have none. Actually, I don't know why it's colored a little bit now. This is like a green tint to it. Must have had some ink somewhere left over on my stencil. Betcha. Okay, so now, can you see that? Look how cute that is. I love that. Let's just see if we can add a little bit right here, my leftover. Yeah, so I have a little bit there. So that is super cute. Just gonna grab a baby wipe real quick because you don't want to leave this stuff on your tools because it will dry. But here is my page. Let's just do a close-up. Look how cute this turned out. I love it. So simple, so easy, so quick. I love using a good sketch. Just write the year 2022. Ta-da! And that's my finished page. So super fun. I challenge you, go to Pinterest, find some sketches and scrapbook with them because it's so much fun to scrapbook with them. And remember, don't look at a sketch just as is. You can definitely look at it in all different angles and ways. So super fun. Thanks for watching. I hope I'll catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.